Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning. What an amazing day. This is day 33. Oh my gosh, day 33 of our journey together. And so the word of the day today is going to be gratitude. So I'm excited about gratitude being part of what we're going to talk about and what we're going to do. I know we talked about humility yesterday, but we're going to start out with our breathing. And this is how we're going to start our day every day, which is important. And so, all right, so breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Of course, we're starting our day with intention, which is kind of cool as we start thinking about our day. So we woke up on purpose. Trying not to be distracted. This morning I started my computer, speaking of screens, and the screen, my computer says, we had a problem. We're going to restart your whole computer completely. So I might feel a little razzled because trying to make sure that we got started on time. But this is perfect. This is how we get right back to where we're at. Push it all the way out. I'm going to hydrate right after this. So if you have got your glasses of water, that's great. If not, go get them. If you're watching this on a recording, pause it, go get your water. Most important part. Man, I already feel better creating stillness through breathing. What are you grateful for this morning? Grateful you woke up. Grateful the sun is still shining. Mom said electricity was out in 40,000 homes in the Denver area yesterday. It wasn't my house, it was hers. Who are you connecting with today? What's your intention today? Let's do 3 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Last one. All right, grab your first glass of water, or if you got a big giant glass, then we're going to go half of it. I find that these 12-ounce glasses are perfect. And then it gives me 3 to get done in the morning. Well, let's start with our devotional. Excited about doing our devotional today. Today, carrying burdens together. Let me see if I get my glasses. That's all right. I'll just make it bigger so you guys can see it. All right. So let me share my screen. Make it a little bit bigger so you guys can all see it. All right. Whoops. Sorry about that. I should just make it bigger before it. Of course, my computer restarted today, and we are on day 33, so I had to redo all of this so quick at the end here. Bigger. There we go. And verse, carrying each other's burdens. Man, it's so cool when we get to share together on our Sunday night. What do you call it? My brain is probably not working super great yet this morning, but we have Sunday night connections. And last night on the Sunday night connections, and I'm not sure what day you're doing this, but for us it was today's a Monday, and there's only a few of us on, and I had to go to another meeting right after I got done with the one I was on, and it was the guy stayed on for another hour, which is exactly they were talking about some of the things that they were going through. So when I thought about this lesson for today, I just got excited because I actually got to see that in action. We're carrying our brothers today. So grounding, God, show me whose burden I'm meant to help carry. And here's where we get stuck a lot in even ministry is that we try to carry everybody's burden, and we can't do that. So we have to ask for guidance to be able to help us figure out whose burdens that we're going to share. Bonhoeffer in our book Together teaches that Christ carries us through one another. And so we're able to do that. Someone helped with daily tasks during a hard season. That practical help restored hope. I remember when folks were sick, or I work at the hospital as a chaplain, and sometimes there's people who will bring meals or bring, not obviously to the hospital because the hospital has food, but when somebody first goes home, the burden of getting better, and we think of that as, oh yeah, that's a really good thing to do, or making things. But what about just maybe somebody's got a little bit of extra paperwork, or somebody's got a little bit of something that they need to do, like in the yard or gardening or something like that. These are all ways that we can help people, but sometimes it's just relationship stuff. The burden of, I don't know what to do. I can remember when there was a gentleman that we've been camping together and stuff, and one of the things that he was going through, he was wondering whether he should keep his marriage going. And we were able to walk with him and kind of carry that a little bit with him. And that was 15 years ago, and they're still together today. And so, without that community, without people being part of it, the story that I love to tell is there was a time when I didn't need encouragement or advice, right? I didn't need you to come in and tell me everything's going to be all right. I didn't need your advice on how to solve it. What I needed was the help. Someone stepping in and practically lifting the weight, helping us move furniture and that kind of stuff. I didn't have the strength to carry all that alone, but that support reminded me I wasn't abandoned, and that God often answers prayer through people. Yeah, it was a tough time back in 2008, and it was just crazy on some of the things that we had to do. And he told me it was going to be all right, then wasn't all right. So sometimes help looks practical and not spiritual. Not everything has to be, hey, yay, yay, yay. Sometimes it just needs to, hey, can you just dig in and help me right now? And it's okay to ask. But for those who are giving that help, it's okay to do it too. It's okay to stop what you're doing sometimes and help somebody. So, whose burden today, whose burden can you lighten this week? Is there somebody who's been struggling with it in your life? Is there somebody who just needs you to be there for them, not to fix it, just to be there? Whose burden can you lighten this week? So offer specific help, not general concern. Those two words help. Offer specific help, not general concern. So the prayer today is, Lord, help me be attentive to needs around me. Use me as your hands. That's different than use me as the advice that I got to get somebody. I talk about that a lot too, right? And being there for somebody and being present and listening. But this time, use me as your hands. Hey, the blessing I want to give for you today is compassion. Compassion guides your actions. May compassion guide your actions. All right. Well, thank you for the devotional today. I thought it was a really good one. Who can we be in help with? Not just service to, but actually do some work today. Let's jump back into some more breathing. I will bring that back out. Today, let's just go 10 in, 10 out, 10 times. 10, 10, 10. Ready, breathe in, breathe out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2. 10 out. Third one. And breathe out. These are counting to 10, not 10 seconds, but it's close, I guess. Breathe in. Number 4. 10. Number 5. There we go. All right, grab your water, take a glass of water, hydrate, open up those cells while the oxygen, while the nourishment in. Your body needs it so bad. You got to hydrate before you caffeinate. I know that seems hard for some people who love to get up there and get that first cup of coffee in the morning. Please just hydrate 40, 36 ounces every day before you ever All right, so we're going to jump into our gratitude journal now. And I want you to say these things as you read them to me. Or not as you read them to me. As I read mine, I want you to say yours. And so thank you, God, that I woke up today. Whatever it is that your journal is today, let's start with that and say the things, type the things, write something down. Maybe you just got your pad out and you're just writing things down as I speak through mine. I am grateful for the life and for the body that continues to function with purpose and strength. Thank you for my heart beating, my lungs breathing, my brain processing. Thank you for my brain processing, my nervous system regulating, and my cells renewing. Thank you for helping me to stay aware of how my health supports everything else. Drinking that water. Thank you for giving me the water. Thank you for me to be able to go to the refrigerator, push the button or push the glass up against the thing, and water comes out, and I have the water that I need. I thank you for my life and for guiding me to maintain healthy rhythms of movement, nourishment, rest, and focus, so my body continues to support my calling with clarity and endurance. I thank you for my family and the relationships. I am thankful for my family, my wife, my children, my parents, my in-laws, my cousins, my aunts, my uncle, all of it, and the stability that they bring to my life. Thank you for the shared moments, shared responsibility, and shared growth. Thank you for helping me continue to invest in my relationships. Thank you for guiding me to be present, patient, and intentional in how I connect with others. I am grateful for every person you have placed in my life and for the role each one plays. Please write some of these down that are the ones that are for you. Thank you for provision in my life, the food that nourishes me, the home that brings me peace, transportation that provides me freedom, and safety that allows me to rest. Thank you for consistency in meeting my needs and the stability you provide. Thank you for guiding me to remain aware of provision as daily evidence in your care. Thank you for the finances. I am grateful for financial provision and opportunity. Thank you for income, resources, and the ability to manage finances responsibly. Thank you for helping me remain disciplined and thoughtful in how I use money. Thank you for guiding me in financial decisions. Thank you for showing me how to continue to align with the stewardship, responsibility, and long-term purpose for my family and community. Thank you for reminding me every day to look at my finances, to evaluate where I'm at, and having the ability to do that. Thank you for allowing me to use tools and the things that will help me later on with taxes and all those other things that deal with money. Thank you for just waking me up every day in order to make sure that is, because it's a part of my life, that I do every day. And thank you for helping me to do that as a habit. I thank you for purpose and impact. I'm thankful that I get to live with purpose today. Thank you that my experiences, consistency with obedience, continue to help others become the person that they have meant to be. Thank you for guiding me to recognize, demonstrate, not just declare the purposeful living, what purposeful living looks like. I am grateful for that my life continues to have meaning and beyond just myself. Thank you for this day and the continued work you are doing in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you for my life. All right, let's jump into our it's the affirmations. That's what it is. Oh my gosh, why is my world not working the way it's supposed to today? Or my brain? That's okay. Thank you for this amazing brain that allows me to be able to do these things. So I'm going to go ahead and add in here. Okay, let's do this. Share the screen again. Usually I just have to hit one button, but I guess today I'm going to do two. All right, let's move to our affirmation music. Keep it low. 3. There's that. I am becoming the person my life requires to be. Please say these with me as we go through this process. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. Let's put my feet flat on the ground to say that one. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I wake up on purpose and live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I protect my focus and guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. Yes, I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And I get to count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me. Woo, I love doing that one. All right, so let's jump into our word of the day. So let me make sure this cancels. There we go. Go to our word of the day. I'm gonna grab me some more water here. My mouth got a little bit dry, so I have extra backup water. Oh. Sorry about that. Dropped it on the water bottle on the floor. That's not good. All right, today's word is gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Let me highlight that. Put it in bold letters. Gratitude. Meaning, gratitude reconnects us to what we already have and who already loves us. Gratitude, we have a whole gratitude journal because it reconnects us to what we already have and who already loves us. So gratitude shifts focus from what's missing to what's present. It grounds us and it restores perspective. I think that's probably the biggest thing, because we can get so stuck in all the things that are going wrong. Have you ever met those people that look at the worst case scenario all the time? Try to find what could happen, the worst thing that could happen. Always spinning there. Gratitude takes you away from that, because it shifts your focus from what's missing or what you don't have to what's present, and it grounds us and restores our perspective. I remember rushing past moments that deserve acknowledgement. When I slowed down and thanked someone specifically, a lot of things that we say these days is, I appreciate you. That's a form of gratitude if you truly do it. Now, if you're saying it just because everybody else says it, it doesn't make sense. But if you're saying it because you want to specifically say, I am grateful for the things that you do, it slows down and gives you the perspective of putting it on others instead of on you. And so it strengthens the relationship instantly. Gratitude doesn't uplift others, it recenters you. Wow, it just doesn't just uplift others. It's great and they feel good about it, but it centers you because it reminds you of the perspective of, this is not what's missing. This is what's so great about it, right? So today, I want you to make a connection today by thinking of someone specifically and then name what they mean to you. And so this is, we're grounding you. So, as you make your connection, what is it that they mean to you? And then say it out. So don't just say, I appreciate you. You can, and here's why I want to kind of change it a little bit, because I think we just say things, how you doing? Fine. I appreciate you. Great. What do you appreciate them for? Add that little thing out with them. I appreciate you for listening to me today. I appreciate you for helping me with what you helped me with. I appreciate that you are here for me every week when I need you to be. That's what's important in this process, is speaking it out even greater when we think about gratitude. So promise yourself today. Now, you can make any promise that you want to. I'm not worried about what that promise is that you want to say, but I'm going to give you an example one like I do every single day. And so today, as you're promising yourself, I just say express gratitude directly, not silently. I want you to say it out loud to somebody, not just the gratitude journal that you spoke out loud that we talked about today. And if you wrote those 10 things, please say them out loud as well. I want you to specifically go to somebody and thank them as your promise today. And so you're going to make it, you're going to say, I'm going to express gratitude out loud to somebody and not silently. Then you're going to say that out loud. I am going to, just like I did, but because you're with me, however we're doing this, right? I am going to express gratitude directly, not silently. Then you're going to write it down. I'm going to express gratitude outward, not silently. Then you're going to do it before you go to bed. Sometimes we don't recap, and I think you need to be thankful if you're writing these down every day. When you get up in the morning, recap on the promise you made to yourself. Because the more that you reinforce making those promises to yourself on a daily basis, the better that your life is going to be. Okay, and so we're going to finish up with our song like we always do. If you don't have time to listen to it or you don't want to listen to it, it just inspires me every day, and that's why I listen to it. But I want you to make sure that you know that you are God's greatest gift. Let Him love on you today in ways that you can't even imagine. And then don't forget you were born for greatness. You, my friend, were born for greatness. Let that greatness shine today. You were an answer to somebody else's prayer. And so you are the answer to somebody else's prayer. Just be aware of that. Don't go out trying to seek it. Don't go try to solve it. If it means helping somebody like we talked about in our devotion, go help somebody. And that might be the answer to prayer. But just be aware, let God do that for you. That's nothing that you can do other than be aware and then being available for greatness. I can't wait to see you on the other side of this. Thank you for going through the journey with me. Thank you for the day. Let's enjoy our song.
Yeah. Dr.B in the building. We becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that were living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next step. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
Every day. All right, y'all have an amazing, awesome, just incredible day today. I'll be praying for you. Enjoy your day.